Welcome. This is an unboxing video of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, the Deluxe Edition. It includes the Shadow of the Dragon Queen Dungeon Master screen and the Warriors of Krynn board game, which can be used to support the Dragonlance campaign. Before we get started into opening up this box, it is a hefty package. I don't know if you can see quite how thick it is, but it is a very serious box, very much the same size as one of the D&D board games that has been released. Yeah, I'm sure you can see that. Now, the cool thing about this box and the somewhat nerve-wracking thing is there's actually a pull tab. So I've been holding off on opening this because I really wanted to show everybody what was in it. So here we go. Oh, okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, that was painful. Hurt me on a spiritual level. Clearly there's a ton of stuff in here, so I'm really excited to show everybody what comes in the box. Obviously, after I'm done the Deluxe unboxing, I will get into Warriors of Krynn. So we're going to toss that aside, and here we go. So this is the Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen campaign book. It's similar to the one you're going to get in the friendly local game stores from Amazon. It's ultimately the same campaign, but it does have a foil cover, and it is exclusive to this deluxe box. It is pretty sweet. You're also going to get a custom DM screen, which you could open if you had a knife prepared, which I didn't. So D&D has been releasing these custom DM screens for every campaign that has been released of late, and I think it's actually a nice value add because ultimately it's an extra thing they can sell, but it's also beneficial to the players. So this is the front. Oh crap! Look at that. That's pretty cool. This is the back. Well, not the back as much as the folded side, and then you have a pretty standard array of D&D stuff on the inside. Okay. So this is the Warriors of Krynn board game. This is the supplementary board game that you can use to play mass combat in Dragonlance, which, if you're familiar with the setting, there's a lot of military battles and whatnot. So we're going to pop that down there, and that is going to be a nice little thingamabobber. Okay, so obviously these are tokens. These look like dragon breath, and these look like enemy tokens. Now, I'm given to understand, and I haven't read the rules because, as you can see, I'm unboxing this live with you, but I'm given to understand that the board game can play separately. It is an independent experience. You can play it with the campaign or without. So These are clearly terrain types that you're going to put on your map. War engines, I would call them a siege engine, but I love them nonetheless. More tokens. These look like skill checks within the game. So you make a strength check and you remove one dragon army unit from the game by using a catapult. Similarly, there's a command tent here. Add the reinforcements event card to the bottom of the event deck and flip this tile. So basically it allows you to add reinforcements if you have a good enough wisdom power. All right, now this is interesting. This is it looks like this is where you're going to set up your cards. So this is going to be your staging area. These are going to be your starting player cards. That is assuming that you don't have your own D&D character to play, I assume. Because ultimately, if you want to play your own character in a D&D book, you can. They've done a lot of work making this a really nice little setup here. Okay, so this is the scenario booklet. It has a campaign chronicle on the back side. And much like scenario books for campaign-style board games, it has all the rules. This scenario book provides the dramatic battlefield encounters that use and build on the rulebook. Make sure you've read the rulebook before using this book. Prevent scenarios for using Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn, Tales of Fantasy, Adventure, and Warfare. You can run it as a complete campaign or choose your favorite and run as single-session battles. It tells you how to run the scenarios as needed. And this is the rulebook. So this is what you need to figure out how to play. Gives you the rules, playing through scenarios, how the tiles work, how to set up the scenarios. This is ultimately, I think, what the board is going to look like. Your battlefield, excuse me, not the board. So I look forward to digging into that. I will be doing a rules review at a later time. Ultimately, I just want to show everybody what's in the box to see what you're getting. So far, it's pretty impressive. So this is prairie terrain, a river crossing, city wall. Oh, am I doing it right? Yes. Farmstead. Steppes, which is like mountain scrubland. Abandoned fields. Scrubland. Fields. And crossroads. So obviously there's a bunch of different symbols, and I have no idea what they do, but I hope in the not too distant future I will. This looks like just a random piece of cardboard, so I'm cool with that. Okay. So taking a look at this, the minis do look pretty neat. I'm going to, oh no, that's going to be flipped over. So they do have a lot of detail. Although the little bits do seem a little fragile. So I don't want to pull too hard. Because that's the last thing you want to do is open a game for the first time and break one of the pieces, because I don't know how you mentally recover after that. I'll do a quick zoom in on these miniatures so everybody can see them. Okay. These are some of the tiles. So you can see they're different shapes, and they're going to fit the spaces on the player boards clearly. So like this one can go there. This one can go there. Clearly this is marking out how the battle is progressing. And we are going to put these away so we don't lose them. Oh, you know what? I bet. Hopefully that wasn't too ASMR for everybody. And these are similar tokens in a different color. So clearly one is for the good guys, one is for the bad guys. All right, these are the dice. So there are 6 black dice and 1 red. The dice have various sword values on them. So I bet that's how you determine attacks and whatnot. So on the dice face, you have single sword, double, oh, shit. You have single sword, double sword, super wolf head. So it looks to me that there are 3 single swords, 1 wolf head, 1 double sword, and 1 blank. So that's what you're looking at on the black dice. And then the red dice has a variety of symbols that are similar to the tokens that I just showed you in the bag. So this is the half diamond, this is the arrow, this is the flag looking thing. This is the flag looking thing there. These are cards, and I'm warned not to open these cards unless you're about to begin a veteran tier scenario. So I will follow the instructions there. These are legendary cards. War engines, so in theory these are maybe bad guy cards. Do not open unless you're about to start a legendary scenario. Recruit. Open these cards when you're ready to play your first game. So these are events, it looks like, or at least these ones on the back are. I am going to open them, but I'm not going to go too far because ultimately if I go too far, it may be a spoiler for the scenarios to come. So I'm really just going to stick close to recruit. Find out more about this cooperative board game, Dragonlance Warriors of Krynn. I'm going to zoom in. Maybe you can get that QR code if you want to find out more about the Warriors of Krynn. Barbarian, they look like stats. So these are ability tokens. Clearly this is how you build your character. And then these are different paladins, heroes that give you different things. So I'm going to bring those closer, but without tearing up my arm. So for example, here are the Bard recruit cards with the Barbarian. Each of them has some abilities that they can undertake on the back. And then there are hero cards. So this is Raven Uthvolgler. And I'm sure we'll be seeing her at some point in the campaign. So we put these cards back. And let's see what else there is. Oh, these are mini cards. These are veteran. Veteran something mini cards. Can't open those yet. Legendary. Can't open those yet. And Recruit. These are ability cards. So we are going to check and see what is in here. Because as a recruit, well, we need to see what's going on. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the ASMR of pulling the package off. If not, I do apologize. So looking at the cards, there are medals. So this is a wisdom medal, which gives you an ability, a responsibility. Let's see if I can get that to zoom in a little bit. Not really. There are some reputation abilities. Free action, Winged Riders of Calaman. Add 1 tactic token to your pile. And that's an intelligence-based ability. There are items like a potion of speed. Which is a free action to use, and it gives you 2 actions. So those are an example of some of the stuff that's in the small deck. There are some abilities. These are some abilities for dragon cards, which I'm not going to show you because I don't want to spoil anything, but this is a missile unit, for example. So clearly the symbols represent the different types of units. So the arrow-looking folk, those are archer types. This type is a foot unit. And then the diamond, what do you think the diamond is? Don't know. I'm not able to find it. Oh, a mounted unit. So ultimately, there's really a lot going on in the Shadow of the Dragon Queen box. Obviously, there's the Warriors of Krynn board game. There's the exclusive box and the exclusive Dungeon Master screen. If the idea of the mass combat doesn't interest you, maybe it's not the best idea to pick up the deluxe box unless you really do like that foil cover, because it is beautiful and it is only available in the deluxe box of Shadow of the Dragon Queen. I hope you've enjoyed my video. I look forward to testing out the rules and giving you a rundown on what you can expect from Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, and the supplementary board game, Warriors of Krynn.